What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Casual Footy Takes. It's your host, Spider, back here with my two co-hosts, and we got our special guest back. Why you look so sad, bro?
I'm not sad, bro. I'm not sad.
This guy just look a little disappointed to be back or something,
No,
man.
I'm disappointed because it's been so long.
Yeah, last time we posted a Premier League episode was a Premier League review.
Crazy. I remember the intro, too.
And someone at the table had Liverpool winning the league. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That changed a lot, hasn't it?
Well,
Wait, some have Spurs, though.
You know what? They're disappointing me, so it is what it is.
You're not too upset,
No.
but back here with my two co-hosts, 5-Star and Aiden, and we got a special guest, Draymond, back. We had him for the Premier League review, so it's only right we have him for our mid-season team of the season.
Yes, sir.
Highly requested. I just keep saying, where's Draymond? Where's he at? I'm about to drop the loco at this point.
No, don't do that. I don't want to.
No side.
Outside.
Before we start, make sure to check us out on Casual Footy Takes podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
This guy had not done a video so long he forgot the intro.
It's not even my intros, bro. We have not done this video this late since the summer or something.
That's crazy, bro.
But we're here for y'all, man. We're here for y'all.
Not again.
The same line every time.
I said that before.
I can guarantee if you pull up the other video, you said the same thing in the intro. We're back now.
We're never leaving again. But this is the longest intro,
That's a
bro.
New
Let's
Year's
get straight into it. Who's gonna start us off? Starting off with goalkeeper.
I bet. So we're doing your combined team, right? We
Yeah.
all agree on.
We're doing it all agree on one.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do
what I
that.
said, yeah.
Let's do that then.
That's gonna be more
All right.
productive for us.
Who wants to start us off?
Goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I think there's only two options, and then I'm gonna have to go with the guy with the most clean sheets in the league, Nick Pope. Who else?
I went with Nick Pope too, bro.
I think this is going to be a clean sweep.
To be honest, I disagree. I'm going with someone different.
Oh, Resdo?
I'm going with Allison.
He's been the best goalkeeper, but
be
it's just hard to
honest,
get him.
The team is muddied right now, bro.
And the only reason he's team in that position is because of him.
They'll be in relegation without him.
Without
It's a
him,
stat.
they would
It's a
have
stat,
been in
yeah.
a way bigger trouble than they are in right now.
No.
To be honest, you guys just don't look at the stats. Maybe he has great saving percentage or decent amount of clean sheet or non-clean sheets. But for me, what I like about more, I'm enjoying in his game, and I always enjoyed about his game was his reading of the game. How high he is, how high he saves or cleans up Liverpool's back. And because of that alone, much respect to him. Nothing against Nick Pope. He is in a terrific team, was a terrific defense, was a great
system.
has a great harmony.
Yeah,
in the
he's
entire
part of
game.
that too, though.
Yeah, but Alisson is just literally consistently there saving his team. It's just reminding me the old David De Gea that was keeping United in the game. That's the vibe that I'm getting from Alisson.
Yeah.
And the number one's job of a goalkeeper is to protect his team, and he's doing that.
He's doing that and more, bro.
And more.
Well,
Playing
your team
with monkeys.
they gotta show up though. You can't be conceding goals every game.
Yeah, because I'll say more at the beginning of the season where I was seeing him making saves.
He's still making saves, bro, but the
He does,
defense
but
is
right
getting
now
worse.
it's like
It's getting, bro.
it just gets worse.
You
Yeah,
can make
see
all the
him
saves, but if you're
3-0,
conceding all
4-0.
those goals, bro, like it doesn't warrant team of the season. You gotta
To be
back it up
honest,
with some
you
stats.
know, you cannot say that Nick Pope does not deserve to be in the halfway team of the season, probably even beyond that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We cannot say even Pope is not a good defender or a good goalkeeper where he does not save his team. We have seen him doing it in Burnley.
Yeah.
He does it. We know he's capable of. If we put Nick Pope in that team, we know he's capable of. But I'm just giving a shout out to Alisson.
Alisson, yeah. To me, he's the best goalkeeper in the world, and by far margin.
Chill
But
with that. Nah.
Nah.
I gave you the respect.
Nah.
but-
No, they're both up there.
Yeah.
To me, I would have Allison, but I'll not be mad if someone said Courtois. Like it's the same.
Yeah.
it's not the same.
Courtois is a
But you gotta use that tax that you use against teams.
Let's not forget the Stegen.
Oh, he's
They
been having a
haven't
nice year.
agreed.
Yeah.
They haven't agreed.
The
They
Stadium
never
was a-
concede. It's in La Liga. They just never concede. I think they won
They
11
haven't
games.
conceded in a
They
long
conceded
time.
not this week, the week before, and everyone was celebrating like it was the biggest achievement in the
Yeah.
world.
But, yeah.
I guess since we outweighed you 3-1 on Nick Pope, you'll take Nick Pope.
He'll settle.
You know
Yes,
what? I will stick with Allison since I'm outweighed. We'll go with that.
It don't matter.
All right, so we're going with Nick Pope for our goalkeeper. All right, moving on to right back. I feel like this one was the easiest one. It was a clean sweep for me.
No,
Like, it had to be. It had to be.
Trippier.
yeah, I had Trippier too, but
Yeah.
it will not be clean. I will not say it's easy.
Who else is there?
I couldn't
Ben
think of-
White.
What?
Wallahi, Ben White at center back, at right back, he's been having a nice year, bro.
yeah. No,
He's
no.
solid,
No.
but
If you guys watched the game against United, you will have seen he's got taken out in the halftime.
But that was
because
different,
he could
though.
not deal
That
with
was Rashford.
No, it's not the Rashford. He cannot. You know what? He can do a decent job on the right back, but I don't think he's not having a great season. It's just that there's no
They're top of
other
the table.
options that are capable of, or our eyes are. Even look at Diego Dalot. We're not giving him a shout out to. He's one of the most improved players in the league. Yes, he
Early
has
in the
had-
season, though.
did he get injured or
he
something?
he has had injuries since the World Cup.
How can you
But-
get in if you've been injured for that long, though?
Yeah.
No,
Wan
that's what I'm
Bissaka took a
saying.
spot.
Even let's give a shout out to Wan Bissaka too. It's been terrific so far.
We just giving
But-
shout outs to
So,
them.
Man United players.
Actually, we should give a man. We're gonna come to them. We should give a credit to Eric Ten Hag and United because the way they're playing, the way they're performing compared to last season, and all the dilemmas and all the mayhem they faced. Kudos to them.
Hey, bro, this is a team of the season episode, not United.
Matter of fact, you know what? Shout out Ronaldo, bro.
Shout out to Ronaldo. Happy late birthday
Like,
to him
sticking
too.
it up, man.
Happy birthday to and Neymar too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a third person, but I
not
forgot.
Carlos Tevez.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
We're not
The
giving
guy that should not be named.
Oh, we're not giving Tevez a shout out, but us three went Trippier. Who you going with, Draymond?
I'm sticking with Trippier too.
Alright,
But
so-
no Ben White.
So Newcastle sweep so far. We got Pope and Trippier.
Castle, they might get
So-
another spot too.
So right now, I was just thinking, just give our center back pairing instead of just 1-1,
Yeah.
because we could have different orders. I didn't care for left footed center back, right footed center back. I just went with the two center backs. I thought they had the best season. The first person I'm gonna name, arguably to me, it was probably the best center back this season, Fabio Schär. I had to give it to him, but
Shot over Botman.
Shout out Butman.
Schär over Botman for me, bro.
Okay.
I see. Doesn't matter, but the whole Newcastle back line, you literally
But
could put
I
anyone
would
go
go-
in there.
you gotta
Yeah.
ask a question at that time though. Are they a great team, great individual players
team or
having
the
a
system?
great team,
It's-
or are they shining because of the system?
Oh, they're shining because of the system, 100%. But I looked across the league and I had to give him some love.
Yeah.
And then this guy, it was difficult because the first, I would say, what are we in right now? February. I would say up to December, he was the best center back in the league. But then since December, it's been shaky.
Shaky.
But I still had to put him in because it was the big part of the season. I had to go with Saliba. So I went
You can't-
with
you can't hate on that,
I
bro.
went Shaw and Saliba.
You can hate on
I was trying to go last because I'm not gonna lie. I still don't know my center back pairings.
All right, who wants we're going to skip
Yeah,
him?
we have to come
I
around. Yeah.
would go.
All right.
You say you don't care about left footed, right footed center backs. I do.
Okay.
Let's first talk about Gabriel, regardless of Arsenal. As much as I think people are giving respect to Saliba, I think that it's the newership or the new fancy thing that they are shining more to Saliba. I'm not saying he's not a good defender because, to be honest, I really found out how good he was against United.
Yeah.
Especially when White left, he was acting like the right back for that team at that time. Somehow he was still covering Rashford. So I gotta give respect to Saliba, but I'm going with Gabriel.
Gabriel's a
because-
great shot too.
Now, the last 2 months, he's been dominant.
Exactly. So and then my second one,
We know,
the
like-
newbie, the 5 foot guy.
Oh my
People said
God.
he would never make it to the league. United would not win any
Anything.
We're now in
with
games
him.
with them, yeah.
We gotta give respect to Martinez,
The butcher.
Licha, the butcher of Argentina. We gotta give him a respect, big respect to him.
Yeah, I can't lie. He's been
The
having
way
a
he's
nice year.
playing, the way he brings out of the ball out of the back, the way he reads the game. Even he's not as tall as anyone else, but the way he just sneaks to people's hips, around, give them a little bit nudge, get them out of the way, or make it that head a bit
Even
tougher.
aerial duels, he wins them.
Exactly. And he's actually, for at the time, I don't know if he still is, at the time he had the highest percentage of
aerial
headers.
duels?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
He
gotta
could have
give-
been, to be honest.
Yeah. So, to be honest, I see him as a guy who can play everywhere. He can play that DM position. He can play that left back position. And Eric Ten Hag dealt with him perfectly when he came back from the World Cup.
I mean, that's what Arsenal wanted him. They wanted him left back that
Yeah,
could play center back
exactly.
too. That would have fit and come into the midfield.
Exactly. But to be honest, it worked for us. So I'm loving every minute of him, especially if our last game against Crystal Palace. Man, after that red card to Casemiro, he was literally everywhere for us.
He saved it after that.
Yeah.
Kake tried to sell again.
Yeah.
So already 2 people already have 4 center backs. Who's going next?
Crazy, but this guy made a great point.
Yeah.
Gabriel gets no love, but they're on the same level.
Yeah.
They're both great center backs, and I don't want to put 2 Arsenal center backs on there, so I'm gonna go Gabriel and I'm gonna go Botman. He's holding it down.
Yeah. Someone had to say Bauman.
We got
The guy's playing
5
amazing right
names.
now.
No, we got
How
5
many
names.
names?
We got 5 names so far.
I'm gonna have to. There's no way else I can choose someone else, right? I'm gonna have to go Botman. And the last spot, I'm gonna have to show some love to Arsenal and say Gabriel too, bro.
Alright, man. So we have
Bauman has 2,
2
Gabriel
votes.
has 2.
Gabriel has 3.
Gabriel has 3.
3 is automatic in,
Yeah,
and Bauman
sure,
has
bro,
2.
sure.
Damn.
But
Last
to be honest,
spot.
I'm disappointed that Martinez. I don't know how automatically hasn't got in. He should get in automatically, in my opinion.
I think to me, if it was to go over all the names we said,
Yeah.
then like the next name I would have said was Emi Martinez for me. I mean, Lisandro.
Yeah,
But I would definitely went with Lisandro for me.
Well, that's what I said. Center back is the hardest because there's been like
But the
a
thing
lot
about
of good ones this
yeah,
year.
a
the
lot
thing
of
about
good
Gabriel, bro,
performance.
the first 3, but you have to account for the beginning of the season. I feel like you guys are not accounting for the beginning of the season. The beginning of the season, Saliba was the best.
Yeah,
center back.
Saliba was better at the
Yeah.
beginning of the season.
But
Gabriel
he's-
was like kind
So
of.
if Saliba was better for 3 months, and Gabriel was better 5-6 weeks.
Not it's 5-6 weeks.
It's 5-6 weeks
It was
though.
not like he was not clearly better though.
It was
Better.
also good at the beginning of the season.
No, but Saliba was head and shoulders better than Gabriel
But people,
at the beginning of the season.
that's why I always take a little bit step back when new players join the league, because either if they overperform, we were like, oh my god, they're the best players in the league,
Nah, you gotta give them
or
time.
if they underperform, we'll be like, oh my god, they're the worst players in the league. We just need to give Saliba. I'm not saying this is only his season. I'm saying let us see him do
Yeah,
it.
no.
on a
Beginning of the
consistent
season,
basis.
Saliba was nice, but you're still seeing those like 1 or 2 mistakes too at the same time.
Saliba?
Yeah.
Nah, after
Literally, like, one
not
or
at the
two, it
beginning
was
of the
not like
season.
big mistakes.
You know who was making mistakes
What?
beginning of the season? Gabriel was
say
making
Gabriel,
mistakes
but right
beginning
now
of the
it's like
season.
the same,
That's
to be
who was
honest.
making mistakes beginning of the season. That's why it's hard for me to put him in. But since he got the votes, he has 3 votes. He's automatically in.
And then who's the other spot?
So Botman has 2,
Yeah,
and that's
Martinez.
You have
it.
Shar and then
And-
Martinez.
Yeah.
yeah. So Bauman and
So it's Botman and Gabriel.
Yeah.
They are voted.
wow, 3 Newcastle players.
I mean, y'all could have voted for it. Y'all could like try to convince them.
Convince Lisandro. I don't know. When it comes to Botman, I had to give it to Botman though.
So let's compare between Botman and Martinez. Who has been more crucial to his team?
More important to the team, it has to be Lisandro.
Okay, then I,
I mean,
think we
'cause-
should go in.
No, because Bauman though, y'all giving him discredit because all the other players have been good around him. That's
Yeah.
not his fault though. This guy came into the league too. This is his first year too at the same time,
Yeah.
and he's balling.
No, we're not disagreeing with that, but I think Newcastle still can do decent enough a job. Where United, who else will you put in? Harry Maguire? We all know.
Give my boy a chance. Why you Maguire, boy? Give him. This is a new system right now. Give him a chance,
To be
bro.
honest, I don't think he will even shine in this system because of how high we play. I don't think he has
gonna have that pace?
athleticism of running back, and the head does not push.
He's
too
that boy Maguire getting exposed to Eddie's stuff. He needs a 5-back.
So who we going with? So we went with Botman. We went with Botman. Or
Yeah, I'm keeping my vote
Lisandro?
for Bauman.
Okay, how
Oh
about you?
yeah, I'm keeping it.
Okay, so
I
Bauman
think
is
Bamford,
out.
he's a better
Bauman
center
is-
back then.
Yeah.
So we got Pope in the goalkeeper. We have Trippier right back, and then we have
Castle takeover.
center back
Epic.
pairing of Gabriel Magalhaes and Botman.
Yeah, they're
So-
never coming again though. They're done. They're done. They're done.
All right, so moving on to
Hey,
left
there
back.
might be another guy up there. You never know.
Hey, that boy fell off. You better not put him in there.
We'll see. We'll see when time comes.
All right, moving on to left back. Who wants to start us off?
There has to be one choice here.
Come on, boy. I gotta give some love to my guy.
For
Has
who?
been playing left back all year. Nathan Ake.
This guy's ridiculous.
How? Nathan Ake's been phenomenal this year. There's a
Even your
reason that
friend is surprised in here.
Cancelo was not getting game time, bro.
He was not playing. How many games has he played left back?
This guy's been playing for us the whole year.
Not the
Either
whole
left
year.
center
Playing
back
left-
or
left center
He's-
back, left
no,
center
he's been
back.
playing left back most of the season,
So
literally.
you know what it is though? It's the formation.
Yeah,
It's
because,
not.
the constant
Changes
changes.
yeah,
in
but
the
he still
game,
comes
yeah.
in at left back
So
though.
I don't know.
But he's not.
He probably plays more central in the game too,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's fluid
I'm
for
telling
City.
you, he's
No,
literally playing
we're
on
not
that
saying
flank
he's
every
not having a
time.
great season or he's not having a
He's not a
terrific
left
season.
back though. He's not a
That's
left.
why
he's
he's playing
What
though.
what is the
So
offer
many choices
attacking
here.
wise from the left?
What do you
from
mean? You don't have to offer something
Nothing.
attacking wise. It's like saying, what does Wan-Bissaka offer? He's still a right back. He doesn't.
He's
offer
not in the team this
attacking-wise.
season.
No, but Ake Isler's been playing nice.
But let's be honest. So often you will see at the beginning of the season we had Cancelo until the World Cup. Before the World
Not
Cup.
even the World Cup. I think Ake was playing literally
No,
one of
we
the most
get it,
minutes.
but most of the time it was Cancelo.
I don't think so.
It was Cancelo.
No.
What do you mean? I don't think so.
Literally,
Cancelo was
Cancelo
playing
was
how
playing
many
the whole
games?
year.
After the World Cup.
Ake's been playing the whole season. I'm telling you.
When was Cancelo's drop off? It was right before
Cancelo.
the World Cup. That was the majority of the season.
It was like Cancelo's drop off is weird though.
It was
It's
right
like he's
before the
been
World
doing
Cup.
it
He was
right back
playing
and
for
forth.
you guys there in that
But it was,
position.
yeah.
So you're not gonna
You
take
can't
a guy
play
that just
catch-
only
exactly.
be there for 5
games. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ake has not been playing left back for only 5 games. I'm
Oh,
telling
he
you.
has
don't
not
matter,
played left back
regardless.
for
Like
5 more
it's
than
literally almost been the whole season.
It has not been almost the whole season. But you know what this guy is? He's erasing everything before World Cup.
Yeah.
Like World Cup, that's when the season started after World Cup. How you gonna say Cancelo's not been playing left back most of the
Barely been
season?
playing. He's been playing right back too because Kyle Walker's been injured the whole year.
But Cancelo was playing left back for how long though?
Not that long.
Cancelo is your most swift knife guy I ever seen.
It was.
Yeah,
He was.
The guy was playing right back
Until we did him
left
dirty.
back.
I heard he got two assists first game.
Somebody took his life. No one. He hasn't been
That
the
was
same
bad.
since someone took his life.
What?
He took his life and then he took his own life.
I know. Who you talking about?
Salah took his life. Then Salah took his life. He took his life and then he took his own life. He took his life.
Please, we're
And
talking about Salah 2023.
then he took his he took his life and then he took his own life, bro. That's the sad part.
Best season highlight.
Hey man, at least shit that got this Bayern Munich. I'll tell you that. Put him on an
Look what he's doing.
airplane.
Look what he's doing right
Put
now,
on
bro.
an
Look what he's doing.
He's sitting on 400k a
Look what
week.
he's doing.
He's sitting on
To
his
be honest.
400k a week. That's what he
No, I'm
wants.
talking about Cancelo. Look what he's doing. I wish he had him, man.
A farmers league.
For me, what I'm
no.
scared for City is the fact that they lost Cancelo. Before Cancelo, they didn't even have a left back in the.
Yeah, we didn't have a natural left back still.
Yeah, you guys still have that
Still
Sergio
have the
Gomez.
The guy is
but
he's a
just
kid.
Well, you can't play that guy in big
adapted
games.
to the league.
Yeah.
But you guys don't have a left back, and that alone scares for me. For you guys, not the possibility.
You have
for
Nathan
you guys in
Ake,
the
he told you.
Champions League, the possibility. Look, in the Champions League, if let's say you guys face PSG, you're not putting Ake in there against Messi. You're
I have a
not putting
question.
Ake there.
Was Ake
Who
left
else is
back
gonna
the
play
last
there?
3
Though?
games?
That's,
Exactly.
Who do we
But
have?
if you guys had
So what
Cancelo,
is
it would have
Rico
been a lot
Lewis?
He's
better.
literally our only
only
option.
played there
I
last
think.
week.
I don't think we
Rico
have
Lewis,
another player.
Rico Lewis was playing.
He's
against-
playing right
He
back.
had a stinker last
The
against
only,
Tottenham.
the
It
only,
was so
left, the
bad.
only play left back at Tottenham. That's it.
Who, Rico Lewis?
Yeah.
So where else was he playing?
Right back.
He's
Right
playing,
back.
yeah.
I'm
But
telling
to
you,
be
Kyle
honest-
Walker's
But I
not
don't know what
playing.
Pep was doing,
But
bro.
Walker
Inverted
was
fullback. What is
also
this?
out for a while too, right? So
Who?
Rico, he's a good young player. He's the next
Yeah,
Next
you
what?
had
Next
next
what?
Philip Lam.
next
What you
City
mean?
Academy player that's coming out
Okay,
from there.
okay. You said City Academy player. You said
Yeah.
Philip Lahm.
I said Philip
I didn't know where we
That's
were.
what
You
my
know.
coach said.
You know, I didn't
He's
know
our
where we
little
were.
Philip
I
Lam.
didn't
That's
know.
what my coach
Who,
said.
Friday
That's what
Yellow?
I'm saying.
I didn't know where we were. But
You comparing him to Philip Lam, that shows you.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a little
Bro,
disrespectful.
if that's
bro.
Lam
the
was a whole
coach, the
different
coach
animal.
who coached him says
Yo,
that.
let the guy flash a little bit more, bro,
Come on,
before you
let's
say some
relax.
outlandish
Yeah,
stuff.
This guy, he said
What?
Nathan
He only
Ake.
played what 10, 20 games in his professional career so
Yeah.
far, and you already
That
compared
That left back dream, right? Is
game.
dead. Left back, 0 out of 10.
So he said Nathan Ake. We're just gonna ignore him.
But this is a tough spot. I'm not even gonna lie. Zinchenko would have been a shout, but he missed so many games, and
Still much, yeah.
he moves around too. So I'm gonna just give it to like a Luke Shaw. I guess it's just there's not a lot of players, bro, on the left side.
And
he's been playing well for United.
I agree with you. The only problem so far, especially with this season, like with previous season, you could have taken in each position a couple of players for the nomination, but this year is quite weird where there's only a couple of players for each position. There's
sure.
not too many standouts.
Especially left back.
There's still time though. There's a lot of time.
Even different position we will come to, because there's only few players that we can choose from. And yeah, I'm sticking with Luke Shaw. The
Yeah.
improvement that Ten Hag made on him, the fact that he can also now get into a center back and play fantastically well is amazing to me. And I think the only good thing that's helping out is a certain guy that won the Champions League multiple times. That's a big influence on him, especially on his play style. Because the only issue I had with Shaw for United for a while was he knew how to go forward, but he did not know how to read the game defensively. And he was out of position too often. Now he does not need to worry about that because he has a cover from multiple guys,
Fair.
and the system kind of suits him a lot
Who you
better.
got?
I had to go, unfortunately, but I had to go with Luke Shaw. But I wanted to give a shout out. I'm not shameless like you. I was just gonna put people in. I wanted to shout out my guy, my Scottish guy, Andy Robertson. He had
What?
a very underrated season.
The guy said, "I don't want to shout out to Red."
No, I said
He's
I'm
calling
not
me
shameless.
shameless.
I'm not calling
Andy
shameless.
Robertson. At
Wallahi,
least
you
say
have not
Dan
watched.
Burn.
You have not watched.
Okay, at least
You
say
have not
Dan
watched
Burn.
Robertson this
Is
season.
he been having a better
You-
season than Dan Burn?
It's a system. We just talked about a system, though. What is Robertson?
You still got to perform, though.
Still
Robertson is
performing in the
performing.
system, though.
Robertson's performing. Look at his
Okay,
numbers.
Dan Burn's
Yeah,
performing better.
He's not
I
performing,
think he's
but it's
having
a
a
system,
better
though.
season.
It's a better
than,
system.
The guy on the other side.
Oh, of course. I'm not
Way
debating
better
that.
season.
I'm not debating. He's probably been one of our best players this
Yeah,
season. Him and
alongside
Allison.
with,
Allison.
Allison.
Yeah.
I think
That's
he's
all I'm
your
saying.
best
That's,
to be one of your
outfield
best
that's all
players,
I'm saying. When we talk about left backs this season, how many can you say like individually had a better season than Robertson? We just said there's not enough
There's
left backs.
actually a couple of guys.
After
The guys on what 10? So let's not discuss. Move on, please.
yeah. So
But it's not allowed to be one of your best players this
It's
year.
not about.
It's not taking a lot.
It's not about being the best player. But I don't have this debate. But he's having a great season, bro.
He's having a good
According
season.
to
He's having a
standards,
great
yes,
season.
but not to us.
Look at the stats. Look at the stats. Numbers don't lie. But so we're playing 4-3-3. I think we all have a DM. You're not playing 4-3-3.
Let's keep going and see what this
All right.
means.
So how many
Two
midfielders
people
do you
right
have?
now. I have two.
You have two midfielders.
Yeah.
I have three.
Technically like four, but
No, you got to pick a
playing 4-4-2.
formation before.
I'm playing 4-4-2.
Well, you guys say we're
He's
combined.
doing 4-4-2.
So we're doing combined, and we have different formations. What's going on?
We'll argue and then we'll decide the formation on later on. Let's keep going. Let's see
So how we
this.
gonna do this?
Alright, first let's name the maybe wingers or whoever's going wide, or you gonna go midfielders.
I have midfielders.
Let's go midfielders then.
I have my DM. I have Casemiro. I'm playing traditional 4-3-3. I have my guy Casemiro. And then the other two midfielders, I have KDB and Odegaard.
Okay, I think Odegaard is a shoo-in, bro.
How's KDB not?
No,
I don't have
I don't
KDB
know,
in
bro.
my team.
Bro, this is this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. The KDB.
He's good, but,
This
like,
is
obviously-
it's the whole season. It's not. It's not.
yeah, I know that's alright.
You don't have KDB either.
No, I'm deciding if I should want to have him or DM in there. That's the problem.
They're deciding
A
about
DM.
KDB. The
So
guy has
this is
11
the
assists.
problem for me for KDB. His numbers is really great, but are they great
play?
because there's one this player that's scoring most chances for him and he's feeding him. But are there like other standout players? I think there's more other standout players than him, especially for this season.
You know what, bro? This is a lot of recency bias in this episode, bro. That's what I'm noticing, bro.
No,
We're
right now, I'm
not
still
taking the
debating. I'm
totality
still
of the
debating.
season.
You know why it's so hard? Because the first half of the season,
He was
feels-
excellent.
Yeah, it was excellent. No, I'm
It
saying
feels ages
it
ago.
feels so long ago.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
That's what I'm noticing. That's what I'm noticing.
But still, I think he's been terrific. He's been really good. The other problem I have in this team is too many substitutions with Pep. He changes him around. He moves him around differently. He uses him around differently.
Man, what?
And he's not consistently in the team. Yes, whenever he's in the field, he's a problem. But other players are more crucial to their
the
team
city.
than him, in my opinion.
It's not. You know, I can't really argue with that, Ola.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Because
Uh,
I'm not saying he's not having a typical KDB season. He's not super. His goals are dropped. His assists is up there, but beside that,
I mean, his goals are dropped because he's not asked to score anymore.
exactly. But that's what made him that
Not
type
gonna
of
lie.
player, right?
But the team got worse, bro. When people were saying this at the beginning, it's real.
That's a topic. for
We'll save that,
another
but
day.
I'm waiting for that.
So you're waiting, or are you gonna give yours?
Oh, I bet. I'll say my midfielders, right?
Hmm.
I want to put a DM in there because, like, I see how Arsenal are without him, right? So I'm going to have to go two Arsenal players. I'm going Odegaard and Partey. Because literally, Partey, if he does not play, there is no replacement for Arsenal. Their midfield like disappears. He's the one that holds everything.
What happens if
everything down
Casemiro
together.
doesn't play, though, for United? I think it's a
Could
big
say the same
impact.
thing, though. But I'll say this is a big impact because these guys are in the they're winning the
They
title.
are
right
winning
now.
it.
So
But
they're
where would
playing
United
better.
be without Casemiro, though? He changed the whole makeup of the team.
Partey is the same though.
It
It'll
is.
be lower.
Yeah.
But I think
So you
Casemiro is just
choose them.
I mean,
I think they're both
they're
crucial
super
to the
close,
team,
yeah.
but I just think the better
Casemiro's
player
a
is
better
Casemiro.
player.
He's a better player, but this is not a better place to have a better season.
Yeah, that's fair. That's your team.
Yeah.
Literally, what's it called? This just past weekend, he gets out. 5 minutes later, Everton score.
Yeah.
But you had
I
so
have
you had
Odegaard and Partey, so I have two midfielders.
Okay, so I see what you're trying to do now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have two up there.
That's low key is a cop out.
Yeah.
Because if there's two
How?
strikers, two
if I was
wingers.
to choose one, I can still easy.
No, I like what you did. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
No,
hating.
the 4-4-2 is easier. It's easier. It's like the four up top. It's just the wingers and the two strikers is there. Everyone has
So
the same four.
KDB is
No,
not
if
on
I
your
was
team.
midfield, I'll put KDB in there.
So,
Still easy.
so KDB is not on your team.
Nah.
What about you?
Me, I got Odegaard, Casemiro. This third spot is tough. There's a lot of players. That's why, I mean, it's easier to go 4-4-2.
It's not though. You can literally put. If I was going three in the middle, I would have done Odegaard, Partey, KDB though. It's simple.
Actually, another way. Rodri, Casemiro.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
very defensive though.
It don't
Three
matter.
DMs.
It don't matter.
But
We're
those
not
but
playing
those
real life
three,
role.
they're not all having a better. Like Rodri's not having a better season. You had a better season than Odegaard.
Okay,
so
you
you
can
have to
even
have
say
Odegaard in.
Partey,
And Casemiro and
Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Say that, yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Well, I'm not mad at
so
that.
you can go multiple different ways, but that's not where I'm going.
Yes,
sticking
I don't know.
with
I
that.
feel like you gotta at least like put some creative players onto the pitch, man. 3 DMs is crazy.
No, two
best
DMs
season.
and Odegaard.
No,
Yeah, two
I'm
DMs
not
Odegaard,
going
I'm not
with
mad at
You know
DMs,
what? Third
but
spot, I'm gonna give it to Paulina.
Yeah, that's a
Come on,
nice
but
shot.
he's
That-
keeping Fulham afloat, bro. They're
Oh,
on-
Paulina's having a phenomenal year.
But
season.
compared to
but
who's the
expense of
competition?
who,
Yeah.
though?
No, it's a third midfielder. So I have 3 midfield.
So who's it?
I got
Casemiro, Paulinho,
Casemiro,
and
yeah.
Odegaard.
Yep, that's the 3.
Does Paulinho have a better season
Paulina's
than
having a
Partey?
crazy year, but I'll not put him over,
Over
Partey and
Partey?
Rodri.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's having a
Rodri.
better season, but I don't want 2 DMs, bro.
But Paulinho's
I wanna-
a
I wa-
DM.
He's a DM.
He'd be going. He's more attacking than Partey.
He's more box to box than.
No, he's a DM.
He's
no,
way
no,
more
but he's a
attacking.
DM. I would classify him as a DM.
But, yo, he roams forward, though.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
he roams, but and he has a high tackling and multiple.
I think
yellows.
I think he leads the league in that.
No, he's a good player to be honest. I think he should be playing.
I feel like his impact on his team is just huge, bro.
Yeah, I agree. But to be honest, I don't know where I'm going with this.
That's your turn.
This
man.
This
Let's
is
go.
a tricky one.
This is a tricky one, but I'm gonna simplify it. I'm gonna make the game a little bit more beautiful. Stick with Casemiro and Odegaard. Just
Simple.
just
Simple.
two.
Just keep it clean.
Simple.
keep it clean.
I guess that's the 2 in the midfield, probably.
So who had the most votes?
I have Odegaard. I think he's in.
Odegaard is
Odegaard and,
into-
and
yeah.
Casemiro.
Yeah,
Us,
Casemiro.
us three had Casemiro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that
So
guess he's
Casemiro
leads
is
Partey.
Casemiro
Yeah.
gets in.
All right, let's get it.
And
Move
now
on
this
to
one,
front
we
four.
have
Front
front
four.
four, front
Even
three
though
for you guys.
I didn't have 4 players, but I know who you guys are trying to get in. But
Yeah.
let's just start off with right wing. Keep it simple. You got to get to my guy Bukayo Saka, my favorite non-Liverpool player.
What a
The
guy.
guy
What
that,
a
A
guy.
lot
My
of people
son.
touted for him to go to Liverpool.
The guy you
not
wanted.
long ago, right?
But now we look at the situation. Now I look at their house and I look at my house. It's different.
It's looking different.
If you
It's
guys
looking
got
different.
him at that time, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
You guys, that's the problem was whenever
They
you
stuck someone
succeeded.
too long. You feel me?
Yeah, whenever you succeeding, you should be building upon on it.
You
No,
can't
but-
get complacent.
That's-
Saka is not. It's not. He will not leave though. He will not leave Arsenal.
he
Though.
would-
It's like those academy players
I don't
that
think he
would
would.
leave.
Even if
We've
they had
seen-
to be really
we've
bad to
seen
leave.
A lot of players leave to build their name and get success.
No, listen though. It would be like they have to be very bad to leave, and he was not even getting playing time
Not
guaranteed
really.
because he's not starting over Salah.
But you look at like Sterling.
For a
Sterling,
while though, they were using him in the wrong position as a left back.
well, left wing back.
Yeah, right back, left wing, right wing. They were using him. After a while, he could have said, "You know what? I just want to
I'm
be
done."
in a solid team."
No, Sterling left for game time though. This guy, if he comes, he's gonna decrease his game
No,
time.
I'm not talking about Sterling from City
Oh.
to Chelsea. I'm talking about Sterling from Liverpool to City.
Oh, he wanted to win though. That's simple.
That's what we're talking about though. If Arsenal are not winning,
Oh, yeah, they're not that bad though. But Saka, he's lucky he started the season well. Cause the way Mara's playing right now, I was gonna say, I said he's lucky he started the season crazy. Because Mahrez since the World Cup has been phenomenal. Are we not gonna
Did
lie?
we not just see Saka against United 2-3 weeks ago?
He did. But you've seen Mahrez every game since he came back.
Disrespectful to
I'm
even
still picking Saka.
No, it's disrespectful
what-
to even think
how
about
is
it.
that?
It's disrespectful.
It's
Well, it's
not.
disrespectful
It's
to
not.
even.
I'm giving him a shout.
No,
It's a good shout out, but
I'm
it's
giving him a
like-
shout. Come
But
on.
select shout out.
Yeah,
Select
It's disrespectful to
No,
me.
it's not.
It's like hitting. It's those hit on.
There's literally no one else on that right wing unless you're trying to say Amaron. And that guy has been
Nah, I would never say that.
only beginning of the season, right?
He was balling.
Yeah, that's the beginning of the season. The first half, but I got Saka on the other side.
To be honest, Almiron has more of a shout out than Riyad Mahrez.
What does he have? Like 10 goals on the season?
But it was more.
The way
He was more consistent throughout the
Yeah.
season than Mars.
And
But
guess
also
what?
It's like both halves though.
It's not.
I don't know which game.
I mean, he did taper
I
off
don't know which
lately.
games had
Wallahi,
more.
I noticed this episode recency bias. I'll break it down. Nathan Ake, crazy recency
It's,
bias.
that's the whole season.
Mara's
including
crazy
the World Cup.
recency bias. That guy did not play left back the whole season.
Call
Why
him
you
up,
put
bro.
in
Call
the
him
left
out.
wing?
Say a name.
Wallahi, he saw I play left back last week. Well, listen, this is
Last week, he
you know
didn't play
we're
last
doing
week,
we're doing
though.
halfway
He
through the
didn't play
season, right? This guy's doing last week team of the season. Last week team of the week. Team of the week was we're doing team of the season.
Well, okay, he played some games at left back, but I don't think it's enough to get into the team.
Bro, you
That's,
should have seen the way the guy was talking about Mars beginning of the season.
But yeah, he was stinky. And then he changed that up. He changed that up, right?
But
Saka's
Almiron
been
has
good
more
all
of
year.
a shout out as a second spot on that spot
I
for
agree.
me than Mahrez, in my
agree.
opinion.
You can say that. Like I'm not yelling here, mad. I didn't put him in my team.
So you have a Saka.
Saka.
So it's a
Yeah,
clean sweep, right?
Clean sweep,
Yeah,
clean
clean
sweep.
sweep, Saka. All right.
Can I add on something? It's a criminal that the fact that Southgate did not use him the right way.
At the
I
World
don't
Cup.
understand how Southgate does not optimize the
fake
English
coach.
team. No, he is, my God. If just England figure out a coach that does what he wants to do on the field and just let the team play, put the best talent in the team as his starting team, England would have had a shot. But I don't
I've been on
understand.
England held back by that coach though.
Yeah. So moving on to left wing. This was kind of tough for me.
I don't know. Come on, you gotta go Rashi, but
Like
he's
I had favorites.
I'm
and
going
then I
last.
had-
I'm going last.
he's cooking something up. I don't know what this guy's trying to cook.
But nah. Like I look at Rashford. Rashford, like you have to take. Like I was saying, most of the thing I was saying, I was taking totality of the season. So Rashford didn't start off the best. He didn't start off running, but then he's been the most consistent left wing, I would say, in the league throughout that season. And right now, what he's doing, the numbers, the goals, the creativity, she's cooking right now. So I had to go Rashford.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm going with him, and I will add on something. Yes, he started slow, but if you guys look at the beginning of the season, now his role is a lot different to the beginning of the season. Now he's the guy who's told, "Hey, get us goals."
Goals, yeah.
But before, there was the legend in the team that was not.
He wasn't doing anything.
Succeed in a
Yes,
way.
say it.
But it works for both of us. So Rashford is having a terrific season, and he was criminally also underused in England. Criminal.
It was tough to place him, though.
that France game. What did he come on? Like 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, while somebody else was having a stinker on the left wing and just played.
Who was it, Foden? Was Foden playing that game?
Yeah,
That's what I-
Maybe his first day was Phil and his last day was Foden, maybe.
Bro,
He should have
can have a
never
bad game,
played
though.
on the wing. In my opinion, I would
can
have
have
had
bad game,
Foden
but
as
why
the
you-
cam
why
instead
you
of
playing with the
Mount.
wing for England when you have two like direct players?
Fair point. Fair point.
But you could have used Foden, Grealish, Rashford, Saka in different games for different scenarios, in my opinion.
He still doesn't. He doesn't know how to use them.
Exactly.
Southgate is thinking about that.
Should have, guess who France had on the right wing? Conde, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think-
they still
he would've cooked
played.
them.
Who? Foden in that side. They don't need Foden trickiness to get in there. They need a guy who's a speedster
Fast,
that
can run
will
behind.
go
Saka
behind.
played well against
Or
France,
pl-
though.
or play Grealish, a guy who's dribbler that will cause a lot of fouls.
Talking about on
too.
the left.
Yeah.
No, I feel like he said earlier that Saka was not used correctly.
Yeah, I would have used
But
Saka on
Saka-
the
That was
right.
playing nice against France.
Look,
He did
Saka
play
on
nice
the right,
against France, though.
left on Rashford, and you got Harry Kane and Foden behind him. That would have been a deadly combination.
I don't think
throughout
he
the
even tried
season.
that once. You know that, right?
Yeah, no.
But it's for another time,
So,
bro.
yeah. So Rashford.
Yeah.
So what was this guy cooking? Back to the guy was cooking. Back to the kitchen.
I'm not cooking anything.
What is that? I'm going last.
Just a teaser. Just a teaser.
I'm have to give it to the guy, bro. Rashford's been having
He
that.
thought he was doing something.
I was expecting.
ready.
I was expecting something like, oh my God, what?
Martinelli.
Who did I say right away? Something like that.
I would have to check who scored last. Matoma. You would have. I'm surprised you didn't go Matoma.
Actually,
Second
you know,
half of
it's
the
a shout out
season,
too.
bro. I'm not gonna lie.
was
As
like
a
5,
as
6
a second
weeks.
person, Matoma is cooking something right now, bro.
I
Dangerous.
said
gravy.
I'll find it the hard way.
Dangerous.
That was clip of the year. Clip.
You know what's funny was Trent played well that game. And I would die
And
by
he got
that.
cooked.
And he got cooked.
Yeah, that's what I said.
If you fall like
I don't
that,
understand.
your game is nullified,
He
bro.
didn't fall though.
That was Gomez.
That was
though.
Gomez.
Oh,
That
Ice
wasn't Trent.
Spice twerking. Oh
That was
my
Go- that
God,
was
that's
Gomez.
nasty.
Trent, wallah, he won majority of the battles. I don't know
Gomez
why he
should
got
never
hooked
play
up
again,
again.
though.
He's a black guy. His last name is Gomez, bro. I don't take the guy seriously.
Yeah.
Up top.
I
top.
think a lot of people had Gomez as a good defender. I think
The
what
injuries,
makes a
maybe?
good defender is if you have another guy. Bro, there was a time I saw Johnny Evans is a great defender, just because he was playing next to Ferdinand or Vidic.
Yeah.
You get tricked?
Sometimes
You get
when
tricked.
you're playing with a great
I think with
defender
him though,
alongside
injuries
you,
too. Because there was a couple games where I remember, like even early on, where he would play by himself without Van Dijk, and he looked solid, but it just
didn't
never
develop,
clicked.
bro.
Yeah, it
Injuries
just never
always
clicked. Yeah,
develop.
it just never clicked. But since we have two strikers, I think it's clear the two strikers we have. Unless you wanna shout out Weghorst.
I'm not delusional like my friend. out
Yeah,
here,
since we got forced to put this guy into the team, I have to put him in. But
Who we putting in?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. See, the thing is, why I chose that, I was like, it was between Harry Kane and De Bruyne.
Harry
Right?
Kane's having a
Yeah,
better
and
season
I'm
How does he
like,
have
than De Bruyne.
15 goals, though?
Yeah, 17, I think.
He went up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.
Well, that's insane.
You
It
just
doesn't
don't
even
get
seem
that,
like he's
though.
scoring.
And the fact that if Haaland was not in the league, that would have been the norm.
It'd be looked at
that's-
different.
Yeah,
That would be the
typically that's the
talking
norm. At this stage of the season, you will have
17
around
is not
Yo, it's not
even
even
normal.
norm. That's
17,
high.
That's high. That's high.
Half, yeah.
Bro, they
season,
literally,
lately, yes.
20 games, 17 goals is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's been more of a goal scorer this season than an assist. They're sharing his goals than he used to.
Because they can't score.
Suns, he used to pass the Suns. Suns not there anyway.
But yeah, Kane and Haaland, I don't really have to say much.
Do you guys think he will break the record for
Haaland?
the Kane?
The
for the-
Premier League record?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think within a week he will become the second highest goal scorer.
How much
in
is
the
he
league.
behind Rooney right now?
He's on a 200 right now.
How much does Rooney have?
208.
Oh, he's breaking it.
Yeah. And then Shearer has what, 261 or 260, something like that.
That's
Yeah.
2-3 more seasons.
What? That's basically. Actually, I think he will break it next season.
I don't think he's,
Oh,
he's,
no.
he's not leaving the
Next
Premier
Next
League,
season.
though.
Yeah.
Chill
60
out.
goals?
No,
Yeah, 60
because
goals is
he will
always-
get into
Right now, what?
10, I would say, this season.
So a 15 goal season?
You mean 2 seasons?
No, he's down 200.
Yeah.
If he gets another 10 goals, that's 210.
10, yeah.
Okay, you need like 260 something.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, 2 seasons.
He needs 2 more seasons.
It depends if he joins City. That then will break the season.
Yeah, Kane, Haaland.
Haaland came behind him. Ooh, what? He cooking something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Cookie, I might not be able to sign anyway.
Yeah,
Transfer ban?
But
There's a punishment coming up soon.
I got Kane, Haaland.
Oh, I got Kane, and then man, Haaland up top. We coming for that 40 piece. Easy.
I don't know about that. That's going to be tough now.
What are you, 15 or what?
No. Oh yeah, 15. No,
15, how many games
like
left?
17
18?
games or 18 games?
18?
Well,
So
the
you
league,
said
the league
40
might have figured
40
something out,
goals.
man. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
he's hitting 40 goals.
Yeah, he will.
Right?
It's going to be
Champions
close.
League left. There's more.
No, no.
FA Cup.
No, I'm
talking
talking about Premier League only.
Premier League.
Yeah, that's
He
going
will
to be
hit a
tough.
40 Premier League goals.
He's at 25 right
He's
now.
at 25 right now with, I think
With
you
like
guys have
17, 18 games left.
I don't know,
18
bro.
games
It's
left.
going to be super
Remember,
tight.
there will be multiple games coming up soon. The FA Cups, the
You think he's not going to play a couple of games?
yeah. Yeah,
That's
but
gonna-
you're never
I
gonna
doubt
ignore him
that.
that he might not score another hat trick to make up those goals that he's sitting out from. So it's possible, but highly unlikely.
All right, so Kane, Haaland,
Easily, bro.
Kane, Haaland.
You know the crazy thing about this scenario.
Let's say,
is-
Weghorst.
No. I will have Kane Haaland, but for me, the whole reason I went up with 2 options as a striker is there's more good players performing this season up top than in
Yeah,
the middle.
definitely.
That's why I went out for that.
Definitely.
If you didn't have Haaland or Kane, you could have what, Tony or
Tony and Mitrovic would rock in.
Mitrovic. Yeah,
That's literally the two backup ones.
They're actually ranking me more points in FPL, so I'm proud of them.
All right, just to wrap it up, we got Nick Pope in goal. We have Trippier right back, and our center back partnership was Botman and Gabriel Magalhaes.
Yeah.
Left back, we had Luke Shaw. We only had two midfielders. We went with Casemiro and Odegaard, and then front four was Rashford, Kane, Haaland, and Saka.
That team is nasty.
Cooking.
That
All right,
team's- no defense, but hey, that's what it is.
It is what it is. That's our what do we call it? Mid-season team of the season.
Yeah.
And hey, we'll talk soon.